Hi there, welcome back to the channel. Today is a 5 months too late, 1 year on from using Techra drumsticks. 17 months on, I've still got Techra Carbon Pro 5A. I said it singularly there because I'm an idiot and lost one at a gig because it was dark. Thought I'd packed everything, turns out it wasn't, and no one could find it because it's black. And it was at a festival where there's lots of mud. So the other one in this pair has been lost somewhere. So I guess the first lesson is make sure you always double check for your drumsticks and don't be an idiot like me. I've got 5 real takeaways. The losing of drumsticks is kind of a universal one, I think, and not specific to this, but maybe put some colourful tape on it. I'm definitely gonna do that when I order my next set. But here are 5 other takeaways I've got from using these drumsticks for about a year. Now, number 1 should be pretty obvious, but they definitely don't chip because it's not wood, so it can't chip. However, there's definitely damage on these, as you would expect from any drumstick. I'll throw some close-up shots of this. I've not played any drum kit in the last year, so there hasn't been any use on cymbals. So if I was using cymbals, then they'd be a lot more damaged, I'm sure. But overall, very happy with this. No wooden sticks would have lasted as long as this, because I'm quite a hard hitter and doing a lot of sort of rim shots usually just destroys sticks. So I'm very impressed with how this has lasted. Second takeaway is that these are really good for teaching workshops. I do a lot of education work in schools and in community groups, and these are especially good with kids because they look really cool and they don't look like normal drumsticks, so kids are kind of drawn to them, and you can kind of get them on side by saying, if you focus, you can use these drumsticks. It's kind of a nice thing to connect and bond over with people, and it's a good conversation starter even with other musicians at gigs, because how many other brands do carbon fiber drumsticks? I don't know if there are any. Maybe there are, but certainly this is the only one I've heard. But even still, how many people have you seen with carbon fiber drumsticks? Not too many. So it's a good talking point in workshops or at events with other musicians. Let's go to a not as positive thing, is that I find for some of my use cases, the tone on these drumsticks are very different to when I play with a wooden stick. And I prefer the sound of a wooden stick on some of these drums. Not a bad thing, just a personal taste thing. I find it's got quite a similar sound to if you're using wooden drumsticks with a nylon tip, because it's kind of a hard synthetic tip, which is the same as, well, the nylon sticks. So I think that tone just isn't what I find the most desirable in a lot of use cases, but some things it just really doesn't matter. It still sounds great. Fourth takeaway for me is that they feel really great. Like, don't know about you guys, gonna be maybe too much information. I just get really sweaty when I play, especially, and not once has this stick or the other one that I lost ever flown away from me during a set whilst playing. It's just the grip is solid, and that's really good, and just the feel of like a matte. I've got like an obsession with matte finishes on products generally, and so it's really nice to have this on a stick. The fifth takeaway is that I find that, as I mentioned, I'm a hard hitter, but I think that these destroy drum heads more than wooden sticks. That's my own experience. I've definitely destroyed more drum heads than before in the year that I used these sticks, which is never convenient, especially when it's mid-show. The most annoying one was I was playing at Queen Elizabeth II's Platinum Jubilee Parade, Connecticut Blocco and the organisation I worked for, Roy Musica, and about a third of the way through that parade, Caixa just split. The skin just went right the way up, the whole duration of the drum head gone. This obviously isn't very scientific, but from my own personal experience, yeah, I've wrecked more drum heads than usual with these drumsticks. So those are my main takeaways. I do need to get another pair of drumsticks since well, I've lost one. And I'm definitely going to do it because it's actually, on the whole, really useful. And I think it's worth the money that you pay. I think it's like 20 euros or so. So yeah, overall, would recommend, happy with it. Let me know in the comments down below if you're interested in buying them, if you've got any questions that I didn't answer, anything at all, let me know. And I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, bye.